What's going on YouTube? It is your boy Sir Jorge D. Great, bringing you week 2 of the APM Juniors Division. We are facing off Alon01 and his Elite Cinderace. Before I get into this video, yes, I know this video is super duper late. Yes, I know this is a post-com. Long story short, I had some technical difficulties recording with OBS and sort of got me frustrated. So I took a few days to sort of give myself time to to de-stress and yeah, finally figured what was wrong with my computer. It was just my bit rates uncoding too fast, and so I think now we're good to go. Um, but yeah, week 2 and 3 I've already battled, so those will be post comms. I'm trying to get this as soon as get this video out there as soon as possible, and yeah, that's just my rant about my technical difficulties. If you yeah, if you guys are enjoying my content and all that, I'm sorry, it's super low energy. Just want to get that out of the way because um, it really was getting to me because we had just recently hit 100 subscribers again. Thank you so much for that. It means the world to me, and I just didn't want to stop uploading because it just seemed wrong to do to you guys. So yeah, we are facing off Alon01. If you look to my left, usually where I have the moves, I now have the matchup. A good reminder for to remember what you guys have. If you guys want to know what I'm bringing and why I'm bringing it, you can always check the team build that is actually up there, um, and I'll go more into detail what I'm bringing and why I'm bringing it. And yeah, I know it's been over a week, so just a friendly reminder if you've seen the team build and just forgot, we're bringing special Rapidash with sub. We are Splash Plate, 4 choice, 4 move, Bear. Oh, actually no, I'm sorry. Uh, Splash or yes, Splash Plate, Liquidation, Close Combat, Protect, and Sub. Ferrotherm will bring Rocks, Leaf Seed, Knockoff, and Gyro Ball, or Heavy Slam. We're bringing. Honestly, I don't remember this. The Pelipper set. I think no, we had Surf, something like that in U-turn. We're bringing 3 attack, U-turn Heliolisk, and then we're bringing some variant of Arcanine with Intimidate, with no electric move, so that Ditto could not abuse our sort of weakness to electricity. So yeah, looking at the matchup, I know it's been about 2.5 minutes. I haven't even started the battle yet. Apologize. Yeah, so looking at this matchup, you can see the 6 that he brought, you can see the 6 I brought, and I was really looking at his team, and I was like, you know what? Helios has generally a good matchup between everything he has to lead off with, with the exception of like maybe a first impression from Golisopod, in which case we go into like Arcanine or Ferrothorn, and so that's who I decided to lead with here. So we are going to lead off with the Helios as he leads off with Grimmsnarl. So here I'm just thinking to myself, you know what? He's probably going to set up a light screen here with the Prankster light screen priority. So I was like, you know what? I'll just go for momentum. Click U-turn. I really wish I had Volt Switch here because he didn't have a ground type, unless the Savali was a ground type. And so we just click U-turn here, just to gain some momentum. And I decided to go into my Ferrothorn straight away to scare this thing out. I really didn't think he can do much to us. So we go into Ferrothorn, we can scare it out. He actually switches out as we go for Rocks here into his Runamo. Maybe he predicted us to go for these things so we can drain the Grimmsnarl away. Who knows? But we do get up our Rocks for free. And here I'm sort of thinking to myself, okay, I don't think he's going to defog because he just set up the screen. And if he removes them, he pretty much, took some damage on Grimmsnarl for nothing. So I don't think he was going to click defog here as we go for Rocks, and he actually goes for a nasty plot. As I decided to go for a simple knockoff to remove this Pokemon's item to see what it was, maybe Life Orb or whatever. And so we go for that. We do about 21% there, as you can see. We knock off his leftovers, which is really super good because now he's not recovering any health, and he doesn't have any other form of recovery, so he's just taking constant damage. Um, so here I decide just to stay in and click Gyro Ball to see what he wants to do, because we resist the Thunderbolt and we also resist the Leaf Storm, so there's nothing much he can really do to us. And he actually decides to go for a Shadow Ball, it does about 31% to us. And so I'm like, oh crap, he's doing about 30. We can trade off Ferrothorn and Rotom, and that'd be fine, but I really didn't want to take too much time on Shiozaki. And so I decided to switch out on this turn and go into our Rango, our Heliolisk, because we are a normal type and we are immune to the Shadow Ball. As we go into Helios, he does go for the Shadow Ball, and we get a free turn in. Here I just decide I'm not even going to stay in the light screen up. We can't do anything to this Rotom. I just click U-turn. on this play. And so we go for U-turn, we do about 20%, and we go back into the Ferrothorn as he clicks Leaf Storm, which is super critical because now he loses his Nasty Plot setup. He goes back to neutral, so now he's forced to set up again if he needs to. So here I decided just to go for another Gyro Ball as he clicks Nasty Plot again, and so here he decides to go for the Leaf Storm, and he unfortunately misses. That really didn't play much into a factor, as you'll see in the next turn. Where I knock him out, the Rotom is now dead, which is amazing. He's going to go into his Golisopod here now, and I decided to stay in. I was like, let's go for the knockoff. Let's see what his Pokemon's item is, and you'll see that he actually goes for the close combat, and it just knocks us out completely. And so I think he might have been choice banded. I've recorded this like 5 times and haven't even bothered looking at the calculation. We were max defense, max HP, so I'm pretty sure he was max. But yeah, it's gonna knock us out. But luckily we were Iron Barb's Rocky Helmet, so the Golisopod is not only gonna take that damage, but it's also gonna put him into his emergency emergency exit range. So he's actually gonna be forced to switch out completely. And what's cool is that we actually get the sort of like the initiative here because he has to switch into a Pokemon by force. And on top of that, Golisopod will take an additional 25% when he walks in because we still have Rocks up. And I don't think he has any other form of removal besides Savali and Hawlucha, and they haven't come in yet for some reason. He goes back into the scrims now, and here I'm like, okay, let's go into our Rapidash. Let's bait out the Reflect in case he thinks we are physical, because Play Rough does knock out most variants of Grimmsnarl at this range if we were max attack. And so we go into a Rapidash, and here we just click sub. It was an easy play on us. We just bait out the Reflect. I doubt he thought we were going to be special. And on this next turn, we go for the Degleam because he's not going to set up this. I don't know why he would set up the other screen, and so we do about a big chunk to his life, and then we're able to knock him out pretty much next turn. Or actually, no, I'm sorry. We go for sub here because if he decides to click Darkest Lariat, that's fine. Either way, no matter what, it was the best play because if he went for Darkest Lariat this turn, then as we click sub, then we just kill him on the next turn with Degleam. So and he just goes with the light screen here, which worked out. It's fine. It's whatever. We're gonna knock out this Grimmsnarl here, and that's actually pretty good for us because I lost my train of thought. Because now we're behind a sub for free, and he has to break it somehow. Whether that be through the Golisopod or the Savali, the Hawlucha, which is a hideout, and Ditto can't come in because it can't copy us. So that really forces either the Savali or the Golisopod to come in. And yeah. And now that Grimmsnarl is now dead, we had second things on our Arcanine, and so now we could easily get rid of these screens forever and ever. Amen. And yeah, so he's gonna go to his Golisopod and just click first impression. Unfortunately, none of our moves did kill it behind the light screen, which is really annoying, but it is what it is. So we're just gonna go for like a Psychic here, I believe, just for the most damage possible. And he's basically dead at this point, and here we decided we try to kill him off with another Psychic, or a Degleam, whatever the neutral play was, and this Ditto doesn't eat that hit up because he just resists it. And here I decided to go into Arcanine because we know this Pokemon's move. He's not going to click sub, he's obviously Choice Scarf, or most likely Choice Scarf, and he's not going to click a Psychic Fairy move on us because we resist those hits. So Mystical Fire was probably his best play. So we switch out into Arcanine. We get the Intimidate off, but again, he's special as we know. We're going to chew that Mystical Fire, and it's fine that our special attack drops because we're physical. Sorry, just brain fart. And so here we go for the second things. We're trying to get rid of these ice screens so that Heliolisk and Pelipper and even Galarian Rapidash can do as much damage as possible. Reflect is about to die out. He's in a sack off his Golisopod. Gets a good play on his part. As we fail the move, if we had something else to like for setup, but it is what it is. Here he goes into his Arcanine, or to Ditto, which is going to copy us into our Arcanine. Here I believe I switch out. No, we go for a neutral play here. As he goes for Psychic Fangs, and we go for the Roar. There we go. We went for Roar, and we basically drag out this Hawlucha. Here I decided to go for a Psychic Fangs. I want to see what this Hawlucha wants to do because it's easily his biggest threat on his team. As we are now near the end game, we're looking pretty strong. We are in a commanding position with 5 Pokemon left. So we go for the Psychic Fangs here as he bulks up, and I'm like, oh goodness gracious, I should have roared this turn. But he goes for the bulk up here as we click Psychic Fangs, and we're gonna do about 30%. We break the light screen, and here I decide to stay in to see what he wants to go for, and pretty much psych off my Archidoggo if I have to, because we really didn't need it that much. And so here he goes for the close combat, and that is going to knock us out completely. And it triggers his White Orb, so now he is unburden boosted, so his speed is doubled. And here I'm like, okay, how do I win in this situation? And so when I was doing the calculation, I actually was calculating for Barraskewda to see if I can kill Halucha in the rain. And I accidentally calculated for a +1 defense. I didn't see he lost his defense because of close combat. And so that was all in my best play. So my play was to go into to Pelipper, sack this thing off into Halucha, so we get the rain up, and swim. Barraskewda can just sweep here, and we do exactly that. We go into Barraskewda, and we click liquidation. I was expecting to be losing this game, and yeah, so he goes down, and now he's actually in a pretty interesting situation in terms of his Ditto and his Savali. If I remember correctly, most types of Savali just die to liquidation slash plate in rain from Barraskewda, and so uh, it dies. And if Ditto comes in, then we beat it with no matter what moves he clicks on the Ditto. We beat it with the Heliolisk and the Galarian Rapidash, which is really really cool. He actually goes into a Savali here, and we just clicked the liquidation because we knew it killed unless he was like max defense. Um, and now he goes into his Ditto. He's gonna copy us, and we won it at this point. So we're gonna click liquidation. He's almost knocks us out, but it didn't really matter. So we're not knock out this Ditto here, and we're actually gonna win a nice 3-0 for week 2. GG again to Elan. It was a fun game. I had a fun time building this team. Honestly, I loved special Galarian Rapidash. It was just something at the spur of the moment. I was like, huh, this could work, and it ended up working in our favor this week. And if you guys did enjoy this battle, make sure you smash that like button down below. I'm recording these in bulk, so I'm trying to move on to the next one. If you guys did enjoy it, yeah, I said that already. You guys told me it's Jorge Great. Make sure you are printing the word of Elite Eggy. I know you missed them, and we will catch you guys for week 3 of the APM Juniors Division. See you then. Bye bye.